Greetings, seniors. I'm Dr. Alderden. I'm going to provide you some general guidance around courses to take your senior year. Before I do that, I just want to say congratulations. You're so close to having your degree completed at DePaul, and we're hopefully the next academic year will be relatively easy. So there are three main components that make up the Bachelor's of Arts in Criminology. The Liberal Studies program courses, which account between 82 to 84 credit hours, the Criminology requirements, which take 60 credit hours, and open electives, which are about 52 credit hours. Now, in some cases, those of you who are double majoring, some of what I'm going to talk about today may be accomplished with that double major, but generally speaking, this is some general advice around the courses that you should be considering. Under the Liberal Studies program, the last thing seniors need to complete is the capstone. The good news about the capstone is the Crim 395, which is also a major requirement, also counts towards the capstone requirement under the Liberal Studies program. So in that case, one course counts for both elements. When you look at your DPR, you also want to make sure that you've completed all the requirements under these other areas. So your first year core courses, which should have been completed your freshman year if you started your freshman year here, multiculturalism in the United States, which is typically completed in sophomore year, experiential learning, which sometimes takes place your junior year, but sometimes can also take place early quarter senior year, and then your LSP learning domains. Please make sure that you've completed all of those elements, and if you have an issue or concern related to anything that you're seeing there, please reach out to myself or Eunice. Under Criminology, by the time you're a senior, you really should have completed Crim 101, which is the introductory course, and the 200 level Crim major requirements. You may have also or should have completed 301 and 302, which we recommend completing at junior year. However, if you have not completed those, please make sure that you are prepared to take those your senior year. Generally speaking, though, seniors are going to take either Crim 303 and or 305. That's your criminological theory and victimology with myself. Crim 395 is the capstone that is usually offered in the spring quarter. We will be offering 2 sections of that this quarter, or spring quarter, so please make sure that you're prepared. That is a requirement, and you'll need to complete that. Please also remember that you need to make sure you're earning at least a C- or better in all of your courses to count towards the major. And of course, you want to make sure you've also completed all those additional open electives that you have. In addition to this, I want to provide some additional tips related to registering. And in particular, I want to focus on the last one, which is related to registration. When you register for courses, it's really important that you register as soon as possible. Our criminology courses are very popular. Some of our courses are available not just to criminology students, but students outside of the criminology program, and as a consequence, get filled up very quickly. As a senior, you want to make sure that you're in that course so that you can graduate on time. This requires that you consider or ensure that you are registering when you should be registering. Seniors, in some cases some juniors, actually have an entire week before other students are able to register. So this is especially important if you still need some 200 level courses to be completed. So please make sure that you're registering on time. It's critical to ensure that you actually have a spot in the class so that you can graduate on time. I also want to quickly point out that some of our course offerings, when you look through your DPR, they don't show up. This is because we're a relatively new program. We're continuing to add courses as students provide us with suggestions about the types of courses they're interested in seeing. And so as a consequence, I always encourage students to also look at the scheduled classes posted through the registrar's office. That will be the complete listing. And of course, we also provide the information on our D2L site. Before I let you go, I also want to point out, as a senior entering into fall quarter, you need to start thinking about what it will be like, or what are some of the steps you need to do to enter the workforce or consider graduate school. And so I've listed out here some things you want to consider. I want to point out a couple of them. First one is to make sure you're cleaning up your social media accounts. Again, when students often don't think about this, but as you start looking for jobs, you want to make sure that whatever publicly facing information you have out there about yourself, that is something that employers will see as positive And so you want to make sure that you're cleaning up your social media accounts. You might want to consider creating a LinkedIn account. And then you also want to make sure you're doing these other things, including updating your resume and cover letters. You can work with the Career Center. Your faculty, including myself, are always available too. If you're considering graduate school, it's really important that you know when and what the admission requirements are for those schools, and especially the application deadlines. I would also highly recommend that if you intend to solicit recommendations from faculty members, that you're doing that early so that faculty have plenty of time to actually write the letters that you need. So thank you for listening to this tutorial. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to myself, Dr. Alderden, or Eunice. Have a great day, and again, congratulations.